Okay.
Hi, I'm Miss Appiah, and I wanted to take you on a tour of my second grade class. First, I'd like to point out to you our center area. No second grade room would be complete without a center organization chart. I call this my center flow chart. And what I have here is names of my groups. Now, some of the names of my groups are Big Time Rush, Ant Farm, Victorious, and Good Luck Charlie. So I thought that I would choose some group names that the children could identify with. So I have pictures up so each student can look at the picture and read it and know where to go. So anytime they see my name, they know they meet with me. If they see technology, they know they're working at the computer. If they see a pencil, they know that they are writing. So now, with that being in place, usually when it's time for centers, I usually ring my bell or set an alarm. It'll probably be a rooster crowing or a spaceship sound, and then they'll begin to work in centers. So this is my writing center. In my writing center, I have some things like some handbooks, a book of idioms, in case they need to use it during writing. Then I have a rhyming dictionary, which is always good. And then there are the writing folders. And as you can see, I have a picture of the cast of Ant Farm. So everyone that belongs to Ant Farm knows that they place their work in the Ant Farm folder. And then I have markers, pencils, anything that they need to help them. Then I also have journals up too. So right now we have penguin journals because we've been working with penguins in science. So we've been writing in our penguin journals at our work centers. We also have all of the Common Core standards listed in the centers. I usually, once I'm done, I place them on the wall so that we can see them. So anytime someone needs to know what we're working on, they can come straight to the wall and look at the standards. And they can just simply flip to the next one. But the first one will be the one that we're working on at that time. So now I want to take you to my listening center. So follow me to the listening center. So this is my listening center. And as you can see, I just have it labeled on one chair, listening center. So for my listening center, sometimes I use a radio, sometimes I use my iPod, and I hook it up to these headphones, and I have stories and different tapes, and sometimes I use my TV, and I hook everything up to this old TV, but it has a VCR. But it works just as well, because I have lots of tapes from Schoolhouse Rock, which we love. Grammar Rock is our favorite. But I also have Science Rock, and I have other oldies but goodies. And if I even want to play some DVDs, I have my DVD player down below. So that's my listening center. And then I want to show you the word wall. This is my word wall over here. And we have lots of words. I have robust words, and I have a lot of high frequency words. So I've taken just some little coloring sheets that I bought from the dollar store, and I've had the children color them, and every week I add these cards to my word wall. Up here I put some science vocabulary words because I'm starting to run out of room on my word wall. So now I want to direct you to my student library. So on the student library we have a bean bag in case someone wants to just lounge and read a couple of books. But then also we have our books labeled by accelerated reader. So we have first grade books, second grade books, and third grade books. And then over here we have fourth grade and fifth grade. And the books are all labeled. I put some of these tags on just to remind the children of what kind of book it is. For instance, realistic fiction, and this is a story that we read, Henry and Mudge. So they know that if a story is similar to Henry and Mudge, it's probably going to be realistic fiction. Have nonfiction right here, and all of these things are nonfiction books. That means that they're actually true. And I have a copy of Rainforest Babies because that's a story that we've read, so they can identify with the different nonfiction books. For instance, Hibernation. Then we have dictionaries and thesauruses, and just some more fiction books and even early chapter books. Up here we have just some projects that I posted. This is our version of Matthew Henson. And we know that Matthew Henson discovered the North Pole, and we've done a map, we've made a picture of Matthew, and then we've summarized and put lots of details from our story about Matthew Henson. This is some work that I told you we had been working on penguins, so this is a science project that we've done. We've labeled and made a scientific drawing of a penguin. So now I want to take you over to our science center. Here is our science center, and this is really a storage place because we don't have a lot of room in our class for students who work at the science center, but they take their work and they go back to their seats. So some things you'll find in my science center are science journals. You'll find some science books. You'll find some things for science projects, tweezers, cups. You'll find even some science booklets, some diagrams, dinosaurs. I have this butterfly kit because when it gets a little bit warmer, we're going to raise our own monarch butterflies. And once again, we just posted our penguins throughout the room, wherever we found room, space. So that is our science center. Over here, I'd like to draw your attention to something that I call my do-it-yourself center. So I have a lot of kits. So the kids can take a kit. If they finish their work, they can take the kit back to their seats, and it has everything that they need in it. So for instance, this is my math graphing kit. And I have everything that a kid would need to make a graphing project. So inside of the graphing kit, I give them the stickers. I give them a tally chart which tells them the information that they need, and then they put it into a graph. Here's my flower multiplication kit with an example, and the students will come and make their own flower and their own multiplication sentence. Then this is place value, and the students will use, well, base 10 blocks to create place value problems, and then they also have a sheet that they can log their answers on. And this is just simply a more advanced place value kit. And we're running into penguins again, and oh, here's just some posters that I put up, estimating, regrouping, place value, more regrouping, and now, oh, let's go to our recording center, or I like to call it our makeshift recording studio. So in our classroom, we started making our own podcast because we're studying the migration pattern of the monarch butterflies. So here's my recording studio, which is just my laptop, a couple of speakers, and then I have a microphone, and we do our recordings and we upload them to my blog spot. So right now we're recording the migration, the journey of the monarch butterfly, and the butterflies are migrating north. So we have created this map, and this is a map that we've made in the classroom. We drew this map, and then my students colored the map, and every week we update the map on where the monarch butterflies are. So, for instance, everywhere you see butterflies, that's where they are going. So eventually we hope that they will get to travel up to Canada, but for now, they're right here in Mexico. We have a few in some states like Texas, Utah, Florida, okay? But we're tracking the migration patterns of the monarch butterfly. And if you will look this way, we have some of our monarch butterflies that we've designed on our own. And we just plan to decorate and make many, many monarch butterflies and just have our room posted just full of butterflies because we're following the butterflies and we're journeying north with them. So we're also, at the same time, we've made penguins. And I want to show you some of my penguin eggs that we put outside. So if you follow me, so here's one penguin, and we have the egg that we've made together. We still have a couple more that we're working on. And then the penguin hatched and had the little baby. And we have another penguin right here, and he had a baby, and that baby hatched. So we are just working on penguins and butterflies and all sorts of different animals. And more Matthew Henson, more Matthew. So let's go back in the room. Well, we all know that no room would be complete without a hundreds chart. So I happen to have two. So here I have my chart with big numbers, and also we have some tally marks, and we've made some graphs of our own. And then over here I have another 100 chart. So here's my other 100 chart. We have a few computers, and they're placed just strategically in any place that we have room around the room. And here's one of the latest editions that we've had. So now you see second grade. So tune in next time and we'll do a review of a lesson. Until then, see you next time. I'm Mrs. Appiah, and thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.